everyone, how are you all? So, today I wanted to talk about time. We're 6 months into the year, like a full 6 months. We're on the second half of the year this week. And wow, what a year, right? I think there's so much that has gone on. I know for me, and I know for a lot of you, and in general in the world, there's been so much going on that it could feel like, wow, there's still 6 months of this year left. There's still 6 months for more things to happen. So, how do you feel about that, loves? It's interesting, isn't it? It's an interesting time. It's a real profound time. I mean, I follow a lot of astrology. I do a lot of work around the planets myself, and there's so many different planetary alignments happening, retrogrades, eclipses. There's so much energy out there, and it's really showing up in our physical world. It really, really is. So it's an interesting time, a very, very deep time to go within yourself and to really learn about yourself and do that deep healing work. It's a really good time for that because there's so much going on around planetary energy and energy in general that it's really good to go within and do that work. It's so needed at this time, and it's actually the right time to do it. And with everything going on in the world, it can always become overwhelming. Of course it can. So always make sure that you're grounded, that you meditate. Try and have a daily meditation practice, even if it's just 10 minutes long. Sit, concentrate on your breathing, focus within yourself, maybe have an affirmation or a word. So you could repeat a positive word such as love or peace or joy. Repeat that to yourself and just allow yourself to be within and to simply be for 10 minutes before you're rushing around for the rest of the day. And that whole concept of time is so interesting. And it's interesting how I said rush, because actually that's one of the things I'm noticing, that yes, it's starting to get busy as we come out of lockdown and the full kind of lockdown. So we're moving, aren't we? We're moving forward into the next steps and the next things opening up and the next things that we're allowed to take advantage of and to do and to value. And that whole concept of time was so highlighted this weekend for me. We went to visit both our parents in London, and usually the drive is very busy, lots of cars, quite stressful because cars, want to rush around and overtake, and everyone seems really on edge because it's motorway driving and everyone just seems on edge. This time driving was actually like a dream. It was so bizarre. It really was. There were some cars, yes, there were definitely less, hardly any traffic, but what we really noticed was that people didn't seem stressed driving. People were more relaxed, leisurely driving to drive. And it made me think of what's going on here. And then I realized about that time aspect. People don't really have anywhere to go to at a specific time. So, for example, events are still not on, right? So weddings and big parties and events that you have to get to, concerts, anything like that, which is time-based. So you have to get somewhere at a certain time. So yes, you can feel a little bit more stressed as you drive and as you pick up traffic. And you can drive a little bit faster because you're trying to get to somewhere on time. That whole time concept is there. And we've taken that away. So what it's actually resulted in is driving or more leisurely, or that people are going places, but there's not that time aspect of it. It's not like you have to reach your restaurant booking in time, because the restaurants are still shut, right? So there's none of that kind of time aspect. And that was really interesting for me, because it made me realize how much of our lives and the stress of our lives are actually related to time, and that aspect of having to be somewhere at a certain time, or having, like, we're 6 months into the year, so maybe at the start in 2020 you had your goal set out, you had your intention set out, and you might have said by halfway of the year, this is where I want to be. This is where I want to be at the end of June, at the start of July. And that kind of time-based thinking has evaporated. It's gone. For the moment, it's gone. As things start opening up, I can imagine that will come back. But also, I know there's a lot of you out there who are not going to go back to normal as it was. You'll be dictating your own life a little bit more, working from home a little bit more, having your own timetable, not necessarily a timetable imposed upon you. So I just thought that was really interesting, and I thought that would be a great thing to meditate on, to look within on, and really to realize what time means for you at this moment of time, and what it's meant for you in the last few weeks and months of this year, and where you see yourself with time, and maybe that time pressure not there. How does that feel for you? Okay, so we'll do a lovely short meditation on that, really getting you grounded, getting you in this moment of time, and allowing that energy to move you forward, and to move you forward in a relaxed way, which is good for you, good for your internal, good for your truth, good for your mind, your body, your soul, especially for you. Okay? So get comfortable, sit down somewhere nice, or lie down, whatever you feel like doing. And when you're ready, you can close your eyes. Start focusing on your breathing. So breathing in through the nose, out through the nose or the mouth. Nice deep, deep breaths. And breathing always allows you to come into the moment. So that focus on your breath. So as things do start getting a little bit busier and a bit more stressful perhaps, remind yourself that whenever you need, you can always come to a slower part of the day, into the moment, via your breathing and via focusing on your breath. And as you breathe, really feel your body, feel that breath enter your body, and then feel it leave your body, and feel yourself relax more as you exhale. And thoughts are okay. Allow those thoughts to come and go. Try not to dwell on anything for the moment. Try to focus on your breathing as much as you can. Acknowledge what comes in. Allow it to be heard and then allow it to go. So whenever we come to that quiet place within us, we do get the thoughts. We get the thoughts that we've been ignoring at other times of the day, that we've been blocking. And those thoughts come in because it's a quiet time and they take advantage. They're like, oh, yay, I can be heard now. So it's important to acknowledge those thoughts, acknowledge them, say, yes, okay, I know. And then allow that thought to pass for the moment. There's plenty of time afterwards to think and to dwell on things and to reflect. Let it pass and then bring yourself back to your breath. And then whenever you're ready, when you feel ready, and you can stay with your breathing for as long as you want, for the whole of the meditation if you want to. And if you feel ready, start focusing a little bit on time. The concept of time, what it means for you. What it means for you at the moment, what it has meant for you in the past. What does being halfway through this year mean for you? Have you made peace with time during this moments that we're going through? These weeks, these months that we've seen with lockdown and with health issues and the coronavirus. Have you actually made peace with time itself? Not tried to do as much? Just been happy to sit, to let time pass, to let it be? Has that been easy for you? Or are you someone who likes to do a lot of things and you found it difficult to have the time but not do the actions that you would usually do? Just see what comes up. It's always interesting when we meditate to really see what things come up when our minds are quiet and when we look within ourselves. So I'll let you have a few moments of time for yourself to meditate and reflect. So, a few more moments, time, what it means, your last thoughts around that. And then we'll very, very gently go back to your breathing. So focusing back on your breath, inhaling, exhaling. Being completely with your breath again and noticing the change in your breath from the start. Is your breathing slower? Is it more gentle? How does that feel now? And then we'll ground so that we're in this moment of time and space. Grounding, is so important, and it's one of the things that I always talk about in our world of doing and action and lots of chaos occasionally. It's really important to ground. So allow your energy to move down the body to the feet. And when you get to the feet, imagine roots moving from the soles of your feet into the ground. And these roots are like tree roots. They are strong. And the roots move down into the earth. They move deeper and deeper. And as they move down, they hold you to the earth, to that earth energy, which always helps you. So really see those roots moving down and feel them, feel that energy. Okay, and then when you're ready, when you feel rooted and your back, start maybe focusing on where you are, moving your body a little, stretching a little. You can start opening your eyes if you want to, being back in the space, back where you are. So time, such an interesting concept, invention, that time aspect. How do you actually count time and think of time? So I do a lot with the moon, with the new moon and full moon. So thinking about the months in terms of that kind of moon time. There's so many different ways, isn't there, looking at time? And so now that we are entering the second part or half of the year, are you going to have any new intentions? A new focus? Maybe you're getting back to working. What does this mean now for you? Are there any new intentions that need forming at this time? New things that you're thinking of? So take the time as well to maybe think about these for the next half of the year. Put them out there. Let that energy be there so that you can feel into it. Feel into that energy of the second half of the year and into your intentions. Okay, loves, I hope you're all doing really well. Do let me know. Comment below. Let me know how you are. And I'm always sending love to you. Always. Take care.